Good afternoon, everybody. Pastor Brian Coates here in beautiful Madison County, North Carolina. I just want to do a quick video to give you an update on what's going to happen in the North Carolina state school system when public schools return back this fall, actually in just a matter of a few weeks. I've talked to some of the government officials about the mask issue that has come up, and it is an issue. And whether you want to wear a mask or you don't want to wear a mask, that should be your choice. Okay, so that's the bottom line. That should be your choice. Here's a few things you need to remember. The 26th, July the 26th, a week from Monday, July the 26th, the Madison County School Board will be meeting, and one of the subjects of conversation will be returning to school with masks. Their basic basis upon which they're making these decisions will be from the office of Governor Roy Cooper and from the health department. So you put those two items together and they are in lockstep, almost complete and total agreement down the line with anything that Anthony Fauci says. Fauci says ages 3 and up need to wear a mask until there is a vaccine available for young people, which won't be until the middle of this winter, which that's another issue. If you don't want this vaccine, like millions, tens of millions of Americans have chosen to refuse it, you should not be forced to take it at school, at work, or anywhere else. Having said that, maybe you feel like it's hopeless. Maybe you feel like there's nothing you can do about it. Just the opposite is true. We still live in the United States of America. We still have the First Amendment in our Bill of Rights that gives us the right to redress grievances, which means we can walk up to a school board meeting or a county commissioner's meeting or anywhere else and redress our grievances or ask why or tell them why we disagree with them. We still have the right to do that in this country. So COVID did not take that away. Politics doesn't take that away. Economics doesn't take that away. We have the right to go to our county commissioners or our school board members or whomever and tell them that we disagree in a kind, Christ-like manner, but with great intensity and fervor, and letting them know that we don't agree. How will that affect anything? Here's how it will affect in the long run. In the long run, they'll know that if they're in lockstep with Anthony Fauci in Raleigh or in Asheville or in Marshall or in Hendersonville or in Burnsville, if they're in lockstep with Anthony Fauci, they're going to lose their office the next election cycle that rolls around. That's how we redress our grievances. That's how we show our force of disagreement. So don't forget, on that Monday, the school board will be meeting. You need to be there, if you can, to show your opinion about that. And you may be a masker, and that's fine. You may want to wear a mask. You may want your kindergartner to wear a mask. I don't know. I just know 3 things, 3 talking points that you need to think about, and I'll run through these quickly. Number 1, children are not at high risk at all. Children almost have no risk for this at all. It has been known for a solid year in studies from around the world that children, almost in 0 cases, children do not have the ability to spread the virus to adults. Now, there's a few exceptions to that, but by and large, this virus does not spread from children to adults. By and large, this virus spreads very little amongst children, and even if they do catch it, it is a very low risk of major problems. Now, there are some that get sick. I'm very, very sympathetic with that and prayerful about that. That's close to home with me. I understand that, but our freedom should not be sacrificed on the altar of opinion or fear. Our freedom should not be sacrificed on the altars of opinion and fear. Having said that, remember that talking point. Number 1, children are not at high risk for this virus. Number 2, something you got to remember this. This mask business, in most cases, is emotionally detrimental to children. Now, your child may not have had a problem wearing a mask. That's fine. But I'm getting feedback from parents all over the country that are experiencing emotional problems with their children because of constant, unnecessary, and prolonged mask wearing. So that's your second talking point to think about. Third talking point to think about, number 3, is that even if you are a masker, even if you do believe in the masks. I was talking to a very high up official in government. I'll just put it like that. I was speaking to him personally, and their comment to me was, there's certain masks that are more effective than others. Most people do not wear effective masks. So most of the masks that are being worn, many of them, when a droplet is sneezed or coughed at the mask, it actually acts as a disperser so that the droplet hits the mask, and rather than it just hitting your cheek and you wiping it off, or it actually hitting your lip and you wiping your lip, or whatever, keeping your hands washed, it actually hits that fabric and it spreads out into smaller particles, making it easier for your nose and your mouth to breathe that in. So it actually spreads the droplet out into smaller particles to be taken in. So all these things need to be considered before you just let the state say you must smother your child for another 10 solid months. So that's the 26th of July at the Madison County Board of Education meeting. I'm going to be there. I'm hoping that you will be there just to express your agreement or disagreement. Be there. You have a right. If we don't use it, we'll lose it. We have that right according to the First Amendment, and I'm going to be there. God bless you. Have a good night.